guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have the event for Monster Jam Sign-Up Series number 189, and this is the 5th ever outdoor edition on my channel. So here are all of the races here in round number 1. I will read off these surprise entrances in a moment, but one thing I realized, this is actually the first ever outdoor edition that both the Hot Wheels monster trucks and the Spin Masters have ever been in on my channel. Now, it is actually a very cold day. So as I was saying before the ramp flipped over, it is actually a very cold day, and you just saw it move there again. The gusts of wind make it really cold. It's probably like around 30 degrees, and it's really cold. All I'm wearing is a sweatshirt and then some sweatpants. My hands are already actually really cold just from taking the time to set up all of the races. So hopefully this goes by a lot quicker than I am expecting, because I think this is going to take a while. And even though it's only like a 20-25 minute video, usually these events do take about 2 hours to record. So because obviously I stop it after each race. So here are all of the races right here. I'm not going to show them up close just because I want to get this started already. So let me go get the list of the surprise entrances. So there are 8 surprise entrances, which put the total of trucks in this sign-up series at 88. So this is actually one of the biggest lineups I've had in a while. So your surprise entrances are Wolfie Productions 98 and Big Kahuna, The Random Aussie and Bad News Travels Fast, Fire Skull and the Ice Dragon, Super Baymax Zero and Cyclops, Lego Fan 506 and Whiplash, Grayson Davis and Bounty Hunter, Thomas Thompson and Tiger Shark, and Jonathan Ray and Avenger. So like I said, there's 88 trucks, nearly 100 trucks. This is a huge sign-up series, and without further ado, I'm already really cold, so we're going to kick things off with me and Dragon taking on Aftershock. And also every once in a while, as you guys can see right now, the sun does peek out, so the weather's kind of weird today. But anyways, guys, we're going to kick things off with Dragon and Aftershock. So sign-up series 189 is underway, and the first winner is going to be Aftershock. Next up, we have Ice Cream Man taking on Gravedigger number 3. And Ice Cream Man is going to win. He got a head start, and he's able to block Gravedigger for the win. Next up, we have the new SpongeBob taking on Iron Outlaw. And it is going to go to Iron Outlaw. Next up, we have a Fire and Ice battle between Fire Gravedigger and Ice Alien Invasion. And what a race, it's going to go to Alien Invasion. Next up, we have the Red Bakugan Dragonoid taking on A51 Patrol. And it is going to go to Dragonoid. Now, A51 Patrol did hit my foot. I'm literally like standing over top of the trucks here, but yeah, he did hit my foot, but obviously he was turning that way, and I don't think it would have affected him, so we're going to give the win to the Red Dragonoid. Next up, we have Inverse Higher Education taking on Monster Mutt. And it is going to go to, oh, what a race, down to the end. Higher Education had a lead. Let's go straight down to see who got it. And it looks like right there, just barely, as you can see at the top of your screen, Monster Mutt is going to take the win of the comeback. Next up, we have Hot Wheels Delivery taking on Pirates Curse Ghost. And it is going to go to Hot Wheels Delivery. Next up, we have the first of the 4 debuting Spin Master trucks. It is the Fire Soldier Fortune Black Ops, and he is taking on Abysmal. And it is going to go to Abysmal. Soldier Fortune Black Ops Fire loses in round 1 in his debut. Next up, we have Grandma Gravedigger taking on Scooby-Doo. And Grandma Gravedigger flips over. That gives the win to Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Husky taking on the Training Trucks Zombie. And it is going to go to Training Trucks Zombie. Next up, we have the Blackout Max D taking on Leopard Shark. Now, one thing that I have noticed so far is it seems like this lane has been winning most of the races. So let's see if Blackout Max D can change that. And he does. He is going to block Leopard Shark, and he will take the win. Next up, we have the Isol Toro Loco taking on Pure Muscle. And it's going to go to Isol Toro Loco as Pure Muscle moves backwards, but Isol Toro Loco nonetheless is going to take the win. Next up, we have the first Hot Wheels Monster Trucks battle here in round 1. We have Roger Dodger taking on Loco Punk. And Roger Dodger has a lead, and it looks like Roger Dodger is going to take the win over Loco Punk. Next up, we have Time Flies taking on the Red Dodge Charger. And it's going to be the Red Dodge Charger with a comeback win. Next up, we have Zombie taking on the Fire Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And it is going to go to Zombie. Rottweiler, he goes back just like what Pure Muscle did before. I think it was Pure Muscle. But anyways, Zombie is going to take the win. Next up, we have the debuting Fire Whiplash taking on Slinger. And Whiplash had a lead, but it looks like I think Slinger took the win. Let's go straight down. And as you guys can see right there, Slinger does take the win. Next up, we have Bounty Hunter taking on Hissy Fit. And it is going to go to Hissy Fit. Next up, we have the second Fire and Ice battle here in round number 1. We have the Ice Dragon taking on the Fire Pirate's Curse. And it is going to go to Ice Dragon. Next up, we have the second Hot Wheels Monster Trucks battle here in round number 1. We have Squidward taking on the Orange Dodge Charger. And they both go in different directions, and it looks like the Dodge Charger, as you guys can see right there, is going to take the win. Next up, we have Jurassic Attack taking on Torque Terror. And it is going to go to Jurassic Attack, as he keeps rolling, and he's going to go into the grass. But he takes the win over Torque Terror. Next up, we have the third of the 4 debuting Spin Master trucks, is the Ice Dragonoid, and he is taking on Steer Clear. And it looks like Steer Clear is going to take the win. Next up, we have Finn Balor taking on the Overcast Dragon. And it is going to go to the Overcast Dragon. Next up, we have Megalodon taking on the Fire Son of a Digger. And it's going to be a good race, and Fire Son of a Digger will take the win. Next up, we have the Fire Max D taking on Whiplash. And it is going to be a good race, and Whiplash will take the win. Next up, we have the Ice Monster with Dalmatian taking on Darth Vader. And it's going to be a good race, but the Ice Monster with Dalmatian, as always, is going to move on to round number 2. Next up, we have AJ Styles taking on Cyclops. And it looks like Cyclops is going to take the win. Next up, we have the final debuting Spin Master truck. It is the Ice Northern Nightmare, and he is taking on Spider-Man. And it is going to go to... Wait, Spider-Man's still rolling. And I think either way, it's going to be Northern Nightmare. Let's go straight down. We'll see. Yes, you guys can see right there, Northern Nightmare does take the win over Spider-Man. Next up, we have Gravedigger the Legend taking on Mohawk Warrior. And Mohawk Warrior, I actually wasn't really looking at him. I don't know if he hit the Blackout Max D or not. There's where Gravedigger the Legend went. I'm just going to give the win to Gravedigger the Legend. Next up, we have Bad News Travels Fast taking on the Green V8 Bomber. And this is going to be a close race, but V8 Bomber is going to pull it out. Sorry that it's way out of focus there. Next up, we have the Nitro Neon's Pirate's Curse taking on Wildfire. And it is going to go to Wildfire. Next up, we have Big Kahuna taking on Tiger Shark. And it's going to be a close race, but Tiger Shark pulls it out over Big Kahuna. Next up, we have your reigning champion, the Nitro Neon's Northern Nightmare. He is taking on the Red Crustacean. And Northern Nightmare, I think, took the win. Maybe not, actually. Here, my phone's actually on the charger. I got to unplug it because I have a portable charger. So let's see who won. Northern Nightmare had the lead. He still might have got it. Oh, just barely. Northern Nightmare is going to take the win over Crustacean. Next up, we have Braun Strowman taking on Stinger Unleashed. And Stinger with a late start, but it doesn't matter. He's going to take the win over Braun Strowman. Next up, we have the Ice Soldier Fortune taking on the Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And Rottweiler is going to take the win over Ice Soldier Fortune. Next up, we have Orange Gravedigger taking on Stars and Stripes. And Gravedigger flips over. That gives the win to Stars and Stripes. Next up, we have the Fire Zombie taking on the Gold Dragonoid. And Zombie blocks Dragonoid for the win. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse taking on Demo Derby. And great race down to the end. Let me unplug my phone again because the charger doesn't reach over here. And, oh, let's go straight down. I don't know who won this one. Let's take a look. Oh, I think it's going to be Pirate's Curse. Let's do it one more time just to see. Straight down. Just barely right there at the top of your screen, you guys can see Pirate's Curse is going to defeat Demo Derby. Next up, we have Northern Nightmare taking on the Ice Blue Thunder. And it looks like Blue Thunder is going to turn to the left, and he is going to take the win. Next up, we have Nomad Avenger taking on the Training Trucks Earthshaker. And it is going to be Avenger with a block on the Training Trucks Earthshaker. Next up, we have the Inverse Gravedigger taking on the Old SpongeBob truck. And SpongeBob is going to take the win over the Inverse Gravedigger. Next up, we have Horsepower taking on Avenger. And Horsepower flips, but they make contact here. Let me unplug my phone. Now let's get an aerial view of this right here. And from the aerial view, let's go straight down. Clearly, you guys can see right there, Horsepower takes the win. Next up, we have the Nitro Neon's Octonator taking on Necessary Roughness. And it's going to be Necessary Roughness. Next up, we have Ice Earthshaker taking on All Beefed Up. And all beefed up is gonna turn. Oh man, he's still rolling. Now I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get an aerial view of this. I just unplugged my phone. I can't really see because I'm holding it kind of above my head. If we go straight down, I can see it a little bit. And you guys can see them both in the frame right there. It looks like Earthshaker is going to take the win. I don't know if you guys noticed in that last clip, towards the end, the Plankton truck was going in reverse because of the wind. And he is in the final race of round number 1 here, and he is taking on Nitro Neon Zombie. And he is going to take the win with a block over Zombie. Alright guys, that does conclude the first round of racing. Here are all of the competitors here in round number 2. Here's a look at all of the races. There are still 44 competitors remaining, so this should get interesting here. We're going to kick off round number 2 with Aftershock taking on Ice Cream Man. Round number 2 is underway. And the first win as they both flip over. Let's go straight down. I think it's Aftershock. Yes, it is. You guys can see right there. Aftershock will defeat Ice Cream Man. Next up, we have Iron Outlaw taking on the Ice Alien Invasion. And it's going to be Ice Alien Invasion. Next up, we have the Red Dragonoid taking on Monster Mutt. And it's going to be Dragonoid. Next up, we have Hot Wheels Delivery taking on Abysmal. And Hot Wheels Delivery hits the pavement, he flips over, and Abysmal takes the win. Next up, we have Scooby-Doo taking on the Training Trucks Zombie. And it is going to be Zombie taking the win over Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have Blackout Max D taking on the Ice El Toro Loco. And it's going to be El Toro Loco. What a run. Next up, we have Roger Dodger taking on the Red Dodge Charger RT. And it's going to be the Red Dodge Charger as Roger Dodger flips over. Next up, we have Zombie taking on Slinger. And the win is going to go to Slinger. Next up, we have Hissy Fit taking on Ice Dragon. And it's going to be Dragon with a comeback win. Next up, we have Jurassic Attack taking on the Orange Dodge Charger RT. And what a race down to the end. Oh, I think that's Jurassic Attack. If we go straight down, right there, the right front tire of Jurassic Attack is sticking out, and he will take the win. Next up, we have Steer Clear taking on the Overcast Dragon. And it's going to be, oh, what a race. Let's take a look from the aerial view here. And I think it is Steer Clear. If we go straight down. Oh, that's close. Look at both of their left front tires are both touching the top of the screen. Let's see if an aerial, or I mean a side angle will help us. Ooh, from the side angle, it almost looks like Steer Clear. I don't know, it kind of does look like it's Steer Clear. Let's take one more look from the aerial. I don't know, it might be Steer Clear. I'm going to give the win to Steer Clear. Next up, we have Fire Son of a Digger taking on Whiplash. And Fire Son of a Digger will block Whiplash for the win. Next up, we have Ice Monster Mutt Dalmatian taking on Cyclops. And Cyclops is going to get the upset win over the Ice Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have Ice Northern Nightmare taking on Gravedigger the Legend. And it's going to be a close race. Oh, man. I think it is the Legend. If we go straight down right there, you guys can see that Gravedigger the Legend does take the win over the Ice Northern Nightmare. Next up, we have the Green V8 Bomber taking on Wildfire. And it is going to be the Green V8 Bomber. Next up, we have Tiger Shark taking on the Nitro Neon's Northern Nightmare. And it is going to be Tiger Shark defeating your reigning champion. Next up, we have Stinger Unleashed taking on the Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And it's going to be Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Next up, we have Stars and Stripes taking on Fire Zombie. And it's going to be Zombie. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse taking on the Ice Blue Thunder. And Pirate's Curse will block the Ice Blue Thunder for the win. Next up, we have Nomad Avenger taking on the Old SpongeBob truck. And it's going to be, as you guys can see right there, sorry that it was out of focus for a second, but the win goes to Nomad Avenger. Next up, we have Horsepower taking on Necessary Roughness. And it's going to be Necessary Roughness with a comeback win over Horsepower. And the final race of round number 2 is going to be Ice Earthshaker taking on Plankton. And it's going to be Plankton. And now it is time for round number 3. There are 22 trucks remaining because we do not need a fast loser. So as you guys can see right here, we still have 15 Spin Masters and 7 Hot Wheels Monster trucks remaining. Now there was more Spin Master trucks in the sign-up series, which is why there's still more left. But we're going to kick off round number 3 with Aftershock taking on the Ice Alien Invasion. So round number 3 is underway. And the first win is going to go to the Ice Alien Invasion. Next up, we have the Red Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Abysmal. And Abysmal flips over. Dragonoid will get the upset win. Next up, we have the Training Truck Zombie taking on Ice El Toro Loco. And it is going to be Ice El Toro Loco. Next up, we have the Red Dodge Charger taking on Slinger. And Dodge Charger saves it, but Slinger is going to take the win. Next up, we have 2 fast trucks. We have the Ice Dragon taking on Jurassic Attack. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack. Next up, we have Steer Clear taking on the Fire Son of a Digger. And it's going to be Steer Clear taking the win. Let's see where they roll. Now, most of the trucks that are out of the race are over here. But even after they roll, Steer Clear has got the win. Next up, we have Cyclops taking on Gravedigger the Legend. And it's going to be a close race, but Gravedigger the Legend will take the win. Next up, we have the green V8 Bomber taking on Tiger Shark. And it's going to be a close race. Oh, let's see who got it. I think it's V8 Bomber. You guys can see it is pretty clear right there that V8 Bomber takes the win. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on the Fire Zombie. And it is going to be Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse taking on the Nomad Avenger. And it's going to be Nomad Avenger with one of the best runs so far. And now we have the final race of round number 3 until the fast loser race. It is Necessary Roughness taking on Plankton. And it's going to be Plankton as Necessary Roughness flips over. So here are the final 11 trucks that are still in round number 4. Obviously, we need a fast loser race. And the 2 trucks that I have chosen are the Training Trucks Zombie and Pirate's Curse. This should be a good race, and it is going to be the Training Trucks Zombie. So now it is time for round number 4. We still have 12 trucks remaining. There are 9 Spin Masters and 3 Hot Wheels Monster trucks. The 3 Hot Wheels Monster trucks that are staying strong are Steer Clear, Green V8 Bomber, and Plankton. So yeah, to kick off round number 4, we are going to have the Ice Alien Invasion taking on the regular Bakugan Dragonoid. And it's going to be Ice Alien Invasion. Next up, we have Ice El Toro Loco taking on Slinger. And Ice El Toro Loco flips over. Slinger takes the win. Next up, we have Jurassic Attack taking on Steer Clear. And it's going to be Steer Clear. Next up, we have Gravedigger the Legend taking on the Green V8 Bomber. And now the sun is starting to finally come out as we have a great race, and it's going to be the Green V8 Bomber. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking on Nomad Avenger. And it's going to be Nomad Avenger. And the final race of round number 4 is going to be Plankton taking on the Training Trucks Zombie. And it's going to be Zombie over Plankton. Let's see. He's still rolling, but it doesn't matter because if we go straight down, Zombie has the win. And now it is time for round number 5. There are 6 trucks remaining, so after this round we will go down to 3, and then we will have a fast loser race to determine your semifinalists. So we are now going to go over the field of trucks. So inside of Ice Alien Invasion, we have Doop Goop. Inside of Slinger, we have That One Guy. Inside of Steer Clear, we have Dario Santiago. Inside of the Green V8 Bomber, we have HWMJ Fan Collector 2017. Inside of Nomad Avenger, we have JR Kahan 18. And inside of the Training Truck Zombie, we have Shane Liccardi. So to kick off round number, I think this is 5, we have the Ice Alien Invasion taking on Slinger. Who is going to be the first person to move on to the semifinals? It's going to be Ice Alien Invasion. Let's get a close-up because this is an important race. Now, depending on where the other losers go, Slinger could still have a chance at the fast loser. But right now, Ice Alien Invasion is your first competitor to move on to the semifinals. Next up, we have a Hot Wheels Monster Trucks battle with Steer Clear taking on the Green V8 Bomber. And it is going to be... Oh, V8 Bomber backs up a little bit there, and I think either way, even if he didn't, I think Steer Clear would have took the win. Now, as you guys can see, V8 Bomber's barely even past the ramp, so most likely V8 Bomber is going to be officially eliminated as Steer Clear is moving on to the semifinals. And the final race until the Fast Loser race is going to be Nomad Avenger taking on the Training Trucks Zombie. This is going to be a good race, and it's going to be Training Trucks Zombie. So these 3 trucks are still remaining. Now, out of the 3 losers, obviously the one that had the worst run was the green V8 Bomber. So unfortunately for him, he is eliminated. But now Slinger and Nomad Avenger get a second chance here in the Fast Loser, who is going to be the final person to advance to the semifinals. It is going to be Nomad Avenger, as you guys can see right there. And now it is time for the semifinals of Sign Up Series 189, the 5th ever outdoor edition. So let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of the Ice Alien Invasion, we have Dupe Goop. Inside of Steer Clear, we have Dario Santiago. Inside of the Training Truck Zombie, we have Shane Liccardi. And inside of the Nomad Avenger, we have JR Kahan 18. Now, recently, I actually made a list of all of the past champions. So let me go take a look at that right now. And I'm going to see which trucks out of these, if any of them, have ever won before, as the ramp moves a little bit because of the wind. And then if any of these drivers have ever won before, I'm going to go back and check. So after checking the list, the only 2 drivers out of these guys that have a championship are Shane Liccardi and JR Kahan 18. They each have 1 win as the ramp is moving again. So it is still windy, as you guys can see. But JR Kahan 18 won. I think it was either series like 158 or 159 in the Hot Wheels Monster Jams Earthshaker, as these trucks won't stop moving. But and then Shane Liccardi actually won just 5 series ago in the same exact truck. It was series 184 in Training Truck Zombie. So Training Truck Zombie does have 1 win. Now for the trucks, like I said, Zombie has 1, and then I believe Steer Clear has 1 as well. Let me actually go check that. So yes, Steer Clear does have 1 win, which came back in series 162. So Steer Clear and Training Truck Zombie each have 1 championship. And then again for the drivers, Shane Liccardi and JR Kahan 18 each have 1. So now let's see who's going to go to the championship race. Is it going to be Dupe Goop in the Ice Alien Invasion, or will it be Dario Santiago and Steer Clear? Neither one of these drivers have ever won before. Let's see who it is. It's going to be Alien Invasion Ice and Dupe Goop. So sorry to Steer Clear and Dario Santiago. You were so close, man. Better luck in Series 190 to you, but Ice Alien Invasion is in the championship race. So who will he take on? Is it going to be 1-time champion Shane Liccardi in the Training Truck Zombie, or 1-time champion JR Kahan 18 in the Nomad Avenger? It is going to be, as they both turn, Nomad Avenger is still rolling. He's still rolling. Oh man, this is close. I think Zombie still might have got it. We're going to go straight down. And right there, you guys can see that Zombie is going to take the win. So sorry to Dario Santiago and JR Kahan 18 for losing in the semifinals, but now it is time for the championship race of Sign Up Series 189. So inside of Ice Alien Invasion, we have Dupe Goop. So as I was saying before the ramp decided to blow over, Dupe Goop is in Ice Alien Invasion. Neither the driver or truck have ever won before. And then we have Shane Liccardi in the Training Truck Zombie. Now both Shane Liccardi and Training Truck Zombie both have 1 win, and it was Shane Liccardi and Training Truck Zombie in Series 184 that won. So he's looking for his 2nd championship in the same exact truck that he won in just 5 series ago. Now actually it is starting to rain a little bit. I just felt a raindrop hit my hand, which is holding the ramp here just so it doesn't flip over again. So anyways, guys, let's see who's going to win. Your winner of Sign Up Series 189, as the ramp moves again, the 5th ever outdoor edition, as I'm going to straighten this out really quick, is going to be none other than, it's going to be, oh, Alien Invasion keeps rolling, and if you go straight down right there, your winner is going to be Dupe Goop in the Ice Alien Invasion. Congratulations, man. You have got your 1st ever championship on my channel. You deserved it. And Ice Alien Invasion also gets his 1st ever win. Sorry about that stutter there. I don't know if you guys noticed that. But anyways, guys, Shane Liccardi, you were so close, bro. You almost got your 2nd ever title in the same truck that you won in Series 184. You had it until Alien Invasion continued to roll there at the end to get the come from behind win. So Shane Liccardi, better luck in Series 190 to you, bro. But congratulations one last time to Dupe Goop in the Ice Alien Invasion. You have won Sign Up Series 189, the 5th ever outdoor edition on my channel. So Series 190 should be crazy. If you guys thought this series was crazy, just wait till series 190. So anyways, guys, I know this video was long, so thank you guys so much for watching if you watched from the beginning to the end. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys do subscribe as always. Make sure to leave a like on the video as well and turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys next time.